Hello and welcome to Gadgets. And today we are joined in by Mr. Suresh Junjunwala ji and Mr. Anirudh Junjunwala. It's a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you sir, for joining.
Pleasure for us also.
Thank you for inviting us. Thank you.
So, IPO is a great milestone. So, how's been your journey like?
Journey has been great, eventful, enriching. When I'm talking about journey, about my company or my own journey for the last 50 years. My own journey, I started in industry almost 50 years back, and having been in various verticals of industry managed by a family which has been in industry for almost 100 years. But JG Chemicals, I've been since 1990. This is a company which, when we took over the management, it had a capacity of 500 tons per annum, and today it has a capacity of 60,000 tons per annum.
Wonderful.
From 1990 to this, it would not have been possible, but for the commitment, for the support, for the passion of our team, and support of our customers and all stakeholders. So it has been very eventful. From a non-entity in 1990s, today, by the grace of God, we are known world over, and especially in the Indian continent. As in the presentation you've heard, that we are the largest in the country.
Very impressive. We are one of the leading manufacturers of zinc and oxide.
Absolutely.
So, Mr. Anirudh, please talk to us about the objects of the issue.
So the idea of the IPO is to raise about 165 crores of primary, and we have a small portion of OFS, which is about 81 crores or 82 crores. So the object of the issue in terms of the primary raising is, the company has a material subsidy which is called BDG Oxide. So part of the issue proceeds will be used to pay off the debts of BDG Oxide, the working capital debts which are there right now, and also for the future working capital of BDJ. So combined, these two would be about 85 crores. And plus, we are planning to set up an R&D center because, as you mentioned, as you must have seen during the presentation, we're planning to work on certain other zinc chemicals, etc. So for that, we feel now is the time that we need a proper R&D setup. So we will invest about 6.1 crores in the R&D setup, and the balance of the money would be spent about 35 crores on payment of future working capital of the parent, which is JG. And apart from that, as per norms, there's about 25% which goes to the GCP. So that is the idea.
So, Suresh, talk to us about your global footprint.
I can't talk about it, but let others do the talking about it.
Sure.
Okay, so as far as globally it's concerned, we are today amongst the top 10 producers globally. In India, we are the number one, but on a global scale, we are about top 10. We, as a company, we aim to break into the top 5. That is our aim at present. And as far as our global footprint is concerned, we export to about 10 countries worldwide. So our export turnover is roughly about 10 to 15% of our total thing. In terms of imports, we import our raw material, which is zinc scrap, from practically all over the world. So I think most continents we are catering to, most countries we are doing. So in that, we have a very deep-rooted connections with all our raw material suppliers globally. So as far as JG is concerned, it's a very strong global footprint in terms of sourcing and also selling of zinc oxide.
So, what are your top 5 product lines and how much each contribute to the top
So
line?
our top product line is zinc oxide. When I say zinc oxide in various grades. As you would have known that we manufacture close to 80 grades of zinc oxide. So although it may seem like a single product zinc oxide, but there are different grades, like we have the pharmaceutical grade, even within the tire grades we have different zinc. So roughly about 98% of our revenue comes from zinc oxide. Roughly about 2% comes from another product which we just launched last year, which is zinc sulfate, which is more in the agriculture sector. So currently this is our revenue mix.
Okay, and how about your capacity utilization?
So we have an installed capacity of zinc oxide for close to about 60,000 tons. So if we were to run the plant optimally, producing so many different types of grade, I think the achievable capacity would be about 50,000 tons, 51,000 tons. And we are currently close to about 70% usage on our capacity, on our current scale.
Sure. So, Sureshi, what are your initiatives in sustainability?
Sustainability, our initiatives are number one in that we are using zinc scrap.
Sure.
The stress world over is recycling.
Exactly.
And most of our production is from recycled True. That is the biggest sustainability, strong point as far as we are concerned. Second is we are very, very conscious of our fuel efficiency. We are using the whatever energy escapes after
Burning the
doing
zinc
in the
oxide.
process, we are recycling it.
Okay.
We are recovering it and reusing it for productive purposes. That reduces the carbon footprint immensely.
Sure.
So I think both these initiatives combined, I mean, our product scores very well on the ESG index if you were to look at it. Because today there's a lot of pressure on the tire guys also to make green tires, etc. So they're looking for inputs which are not carcinogenic in nature, which have more recyclable content. So I mean, one of our customers came up with a questionnaire asking us that by 2035, how much of recyclable content can you put in your zinc oxide? And we were like, we're already at 100% today. So because we are doing that particular grade out of 100% recycled zinc. So the mantra is to recycle, reuse, and resource efficiency. So whether it's terms of our raw material or energy, anything which comes to the plant has to be reused and reused efficiently. So that's the whole idea.
So, what's been your leadership mantra all along the way?
Well, my leadership mantra is enjoy what you're doing,
Yes.
give your best, and all what you wish for will follow. Because if you give your best and if you enjoy, you are giving your best. And if you give your best effort, the results would be good. If the results are good, if the efficiency is good, the bottom line will also come up will be better.
Absolutely.
My team sometimes says, "So what is this? This is very general." So this is general. You do that, you see what that you and I are talking the same language.
Simple and straight.
Except that you enjoy it also.
So, Mr. Anirudh, how big is the market size and what's your market share?
So currently the Indian market is close to about 1,20,000 to 1,30,000 tons. We believe that we have a market share of roughly about 30%. As per the published reports by CARE, we have close to 30% market share. So we are the leader in India in this particular product.
And what are the key drivers?
In terms of
Growth.
in future
Yes,
growth
yes.
or the growth that we've been able
In
to do.
future.
So I think, so we have a multi-pronged growth strategy that we would like to pursue going forward. The number one being is obviously deep mining our existing relationships, whether it's in terms of the tire business, whether it's cosmetics, whether it's pharma, any business. We have a very long-standing relationship with our customers and we want to deep mine it further, increase our wallet share with them and, make sure that the business pushes. Apart from this also, we've taken very key initiatives lately in the last 2 years to make sure that, not that we do not want to be dependent on tire, but we want to also focus on other user segments. For example, we mentioned about ceramics. So ceramics is a huge market in India, whereas our share currently in the ceramics market is close to negligible. So the idea is to set up a plant in Gujarat, cater to that market. It's a very growing market. India is developing every day. There are new houses being built, tiles are getting used. Gone are the days even in tier 3 cities of mud walls, etc. Tiles are coming everywhere. So that's a very booming segment. So you want to use that opportunity. So that is something which we will do. We are also, last year we set up a plant to manufacture specialty grades of zinc oxide which are very, very high purity in nature, and also which some of them which requires GMP certification, US pharma, Indian pharma, British pharma. So finally all our plant which manufactures this has got all these certifications last year. So now our target would be to pursue that market aggressively, and we are already seeing some rich dividends from that market. Couple of the customers we've been able to import substitute. So you can well imagine that if you're import substituting a product, the margins over there are also much higher because there's lesser amount of competition, etc. So these are few of the initiatives, and also we plan to either do an organic or an inorganic foray into Southeast Asia, which is again a market we've been seeding for the last 5 years. But I think the time is now right to go and set up something there or acquire somebody because of the immense knowledge that we've gathered over the last few years of the market, and some of our customers are already we are dealing with them. So it will be just an extension of serving them in a better way from a closer location. So I think combined all these strategies should hold a good growth in future for us. We envisage that.
And some new products like zinc.
And also maybe we can talk about some new products that we are looking at, and like we've just forayed into zinc sulfate. So that opens the door for us to go into other agri products like zinc chemicals like zinc EDTA 39.5% suspension, etc. So those are some of the things which we will be looking at, maybe under our own brand launch in the in that segment. Secondly, there is, as you rightly mentioned, that recyclable, ESG, sustainability is the new mantra. So some of our customers, the tire customers, are also under pressure because of that. So we understand that they are looking to increase the reclaim rubber usage, basically increase the recyclable content in the tire. So one of the product lines which came up for discussion when we talked to them is that why don't we get into reclaim rubber? So currently reclaim rubber is basically recycled rubber. So currently the usage is much lower, but I think with these EPR norms and etc. which have come in now, the government has enforced that. I think that consumption of that particular product is going to grow, and so we are currently evaluating that, and perhaps it will be a good line to grow in future on that.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. Pleasure talking to you and wish you a
Pleasure, sir.
blockbuster.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you.